Hey everyone, welcome back to Collecting Nolan. This is Russ, and it's that time of week again where we review the top selling Nolan Ryan cards on eBay for the past week. But before we get started, I would just like to remind you guys that if you have not entered into my 100 sub giveaway, that there's still time to do that. You have until the end of February to do such. So all you have to do is just go to the end of one of my videos and in the comments, just put in your favorite Nolan Ryan card. And that will put you into a drawing for the giveaway. So I just wanted to send out a reminder. Again, thank you for all your support. I greatly appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get started. Number 10 is the 2016 Topps Dynasty Patch, auto numbered 1 out of 10, and the BGS 9.5 Gem Mint that sold for $818. An encased autograph patch card, serial numbered to 10 copies or less, was in each box of 2016 Topps Dynasty. Topps Dynasty was distributed in one card boxes for $400, and there were 5 boxes per case. Nolan Ryan had cards with the Rangers and Astros in this set. I could not find any recent sales of this card. Other years of the Topps Dynasty patch autos have sold for between $405 and $868. Of note, a 2016 Topps Dynasty Black Refractor 1 of 1 sold for $2,400 and was a part of a previous episode of this show. Number 9 is the 1991 Upper Deck Nolan Ryan auto out of 2,500 raw that sold for $1,000. Has anyone pack pulled this card? I've been buying boxes trying to pull it, but I've had no luck, obviously. Please let me know if you have any luck whatsoever. That would be very awesome. I could not imagine the excitement of pulling one of those, since it is one of my favorite cards from my childhood. This is the first time that this card has been featured raw on this show anyway. If you're looking to buy an official pack pulled autograph out of 2,500, you must be careful. There are many versions of this card autographed, but besides from the numbering on the front, the only real other way to tell is from the back. The real versions of this card will have a diamond hologram on the back, whereas the non-pack pulled ones will have a home plate shaped hologram on the back. Be careful out there. There are a lot of autograph versions of this card, but they are not all the same. Number 8 is the 1969 Topps number 533 Nolan Ryan base card and his first solo card that's in a PSA 7 that sold for $1,101. I absolutely love this card. There are 1,590 PSA 7 copies of this card out there and 1,264 cards graded higher in the PSA database. Recent PSA 7 versions of this card have sold for between $831.16 in January and $1,100, which also occurred in January of 2025. Number 7 and number 6 sold this week for the same amount, so they are not in any particular order, but number 7 is the 2017 Topps Heritage Dual Relic Auto of Johnny Bench and Nolan Ryan in a PSA 10 that sold for $1,250. There are only 2 PSA Gem Mint 10 cards in the PSA database of this card. This is such a cool card. The Ryan and Bench autos are very prominent and are on-card autographs. I am not 100% sure what the 4 out of 10 above Nolan's jersey relic means, but this is a beautiful card. Of note, 2 copies of this card sold this week, both of them for $1,250. Number 6 is the 2023 Topps Tier 1 Signature Tools Auto 1 of 1 that sold for $1,250. This is an awesome card too. There's a nice Nolan auto in blue ink, and then they took the pen tip and put it in the card. How cool is that? This is definitely one of my favorite cards of the week, but there are some heavy hitters here, so I'm not sure if this is the top one or not. Topps Tier 1 had all autographs or relics. Each box has only 3 cards, but contained 2 autographs and a relic. There were only 46 Signature Tool autograph relics with 1 out of 709 odds. Other Signature Tool cards included Chipper Jones, Albert Pujols, Derek Jeter, Don Mattingly, Frank Thomas, Ichiro, and Ivan Rodriguez. Nolan had 6 different cards in Topps Tier 1. Number 5 is the 2024 Topps Chrome Legends Auto Black out of 10 in a PSA 10 that sold for $1,400. There were 38 different players available in the Black Refractor Legends autographs. The Legend autographs were exclusive to Hobby Delight packs. I could find no other recent eBay sales of this card, but still pretty spectacular. Number 4 is the 2024 Topps Triple Threads Autograph Deca Relic book that sold for $1,450. I think this is the fourth week where this card, or the DAR CB 12 variant, has been on the show. This is a low sell for this card when compared to recent weeks. 2 weeks ago, a version of this card sold for $2,150, while a version of this card sold last week for $2,505. 3 weeks ago, a version of this booklet sold for $1,800. Is this the end for profits for the Deca booklet? Number 3 is the 1977 O-Pee-Chee number 65 in a PSA 9 that sold for $1,480. This card, I don't know what it is about it, but this is one of my favorite Nolan cards of all time. When I first started collecting Nolan again, I was instantly drawn to this card. There are only 23 copies of a PSA 9 of this card and 0 PSA 10s. No recent PSA 9 copies of this card have been sold on eBay. A PSA 7 sold last month for $71.95. I need to pick up a graded version of this card. It is just absolutely wonderful. Number 2 is the 1968 Topps number 177 Jerry Koosman, the Nolan Ryan rookie card, and a PSA 6 that sold for $1,625. There are 2,468 PSA 6 copies of the Nolan Ryan rookie card out there, with 3,587 cards higher. PSA 6 versions of this card have sold this week for between $1,500 and $1,800. And finally, number 1. And it wasn't even close, but it is the 1975 Topps number 500 base card and a PSA 9 that sold for $11,000. I don't think I've ever seen a PSA 9 version of this card, and I'm pretty much speechless. What a beautiful card. It is perfectly centered, the colors are vibrant, and I can't really see any print defects whatsoever. An absolutely phenomenal card. There are only 77 PSA 9 versions of this card out there, and only 3 cards graded higher. I could find no recent eBay sales of a PSA 9 version of this card. A PSA 9 sold on Fanatics Collect in June of 2021 for $6,301. This card has really taken off since 2018, where a copy sold for as low as $1,343. What a killer card. Well, that wraps it up for this week, guys. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and I'll see you at the next one. Thanks. Bye.